she wouldn't wear a different bra than I have. And I had two of them who called me from Minnesota in one day. So where do you want to go in this business? I've been on all the trips. I've had a wonderful time, but it also provides me with enough money that I'm self-supporting. I take care of myself, and I earn enough money that I can live comfortably in a place where they feed me 3 times a day, and I keep going, knowing that it's a good day, and I can set the example. Now, the girls that I sponsored, the woman I just sponsored is 50 years old. She had been a paralegal and lost her job. She had enough money that she could invest $1,000 and come into this business and see the future. And she can see what I've done and said, well, I could do that. That's no problem. And she's learned everything she can. She's been here every Tuesday, and we fit all kinds of people. We fit nursing mothers. We fit mastectomies. We fit regular. We fit huge. I've just sold a 32M bra to a lady who's going to have a baby in 1 month and desperately needed help. I love the new bras and new lines, and aren't we lucky we've got all of this that we can sell and share with people. But God owns my business, and he takes good care of me, and he'll take good care of you. Just put your hand in his. Thank you.
Oh, Chickie, that was absolutely wonderful. I'd like to add that I believe Chickie was 47 when she found the bra business, and she just celebrated her 90th birthday. So that should tell us that direct selling is a pretty wonderful place to be. And as I shared as I traveled this week and was in several of our wonderful states and working with our great people, we talked about all of our product lines and what they can mean to all of us, because you realize now every single product that we have in Genique we should be using, because we make a 40% discount on everything that we sell. And as I traveled, I enjoyed so much listening to some of our pioneers. I listened to Teresa Howard, and she talked again about our skin care and about the things that we need to improve ourselves and improve our looks. And why not go out there and sponsor people into that wonderful product along with our bras, along with our beauty. And I had Kate Lesser, and we talked about the Color Fit program and the warms and the cools and the universal, and hopefully soon we'll see more of that program so all of you can hear about it. But we should never hesitate to bring a new person aboard and to ask. And in my travels this week and talking to people, it's how did you join, who sponsored you, and their excitement is overwhelming. But guess what? Most of the time they ask us if there's a place for them in Genique. And I'd like to get us more aware of body language out there, to be bringing more people aboard so we can build faster, grow faster. And what do we have to offer? That mentoring bonus to each new person that we bring aboard. Each one, bring one, and they can earn that $400 mentoring bonus. By the way, thank you, Faye. Thank you, Corey. You got rid of that double sound, which is helping tremendously out here in the field. I'd also like to congratulate Melissa Acker. I know you're listening tonight. She elevated to the executive director position last month, along with Rosemary Anderson, who elevated to the district director position under Mary Black. And why are we wanting to promote out our new people and see them climb in Genique? We want them to earn more money. We want them to become great leaders. But it seems to me today in the new marketing plan, there's a bonus there when you sponsor out a director and she maintains her position for 4 months. That's going to put $50 in her pocket and $50 in yours. So let's really, really share the opportunity. Let's find more Carols. Let's find more Chickie Downses. Gosh, wouldn't you have loved to have been the sponsor for Chickie when you think about her bringing and being with us for 40-some years, and her volume is always there, and you're always seeing her in that focus in the top lead. So with that, we have a couple questions tonight. So if you would all come off of star 6, I have a question here from Juanita Lammers, and this would be something, Carol, Xander, I'd like for you to answer. And one of her questions was, when talking to seniors, some are worried about the income affecting their Social Security. What do I tell them? This question came from Juanita.
Oh, that's easy. The laws are now, I assume I'm right, correct me if I'm not, but as I understand the laws now, at 65 you can make as much money as you want and you're not penalized.
That's right. I do. And
right.
I get all my Social Security.
Great. Up to 65 you are penalized, $1 for every 2 or something like that. After 65, anything goes.
But I'll tell you what.
It'll be 70 this year.
Exactly. And see, you can make as much money as you want once you turn 65, but it's like Phil said last week. You know, I couldn't believe it when I started getting my art mail at 55. So some of our young seniors would definitely be worried about that, because I believe once you hit 62, you can start drawing. She would need to pay a little bit of it back, but for the money she can make in this business, she can really, truly make up the difference. Or she could bring her daughter in, start training under her daughter, and then her daughter can recruit her once she hits that good old age of 65. Anyone else want to add something to that? My next question would be, and this would be for Helen Penninger. I don't think Helen is on tonight because she's traveling over to her daughter's and spending some time there to rest. But the question from Juanita is, where did she have a $3,000 clinic that was at a Curves? And yes, she did work alone, and she handled it herself all day long. I personally do not recommend that unless you definitely are as healthy as can be and you have a lot of energy. And I know, Carol Orell, if you're on, I believe you do all of your curves and all of your clinics working alone. Is that true? Carol Orell, if you'll come off at star 6. Hi, Carol. Well, Carol's not there right at the moment, but I do believe she does do all of her clinics by herself and probably has now got her people next to her in training. I would say that Gail Bogdanovich, she always travels most of the time with somebody when she has that larger curve. Helen did just fine. However, I would say, all right, somebody came off of star 6. So if you'll go back on star 6 because we have an echo. I would like to say, when you're doing a clinic like Helen did and it was $3,000, she was visiting with me and she was mighty glad when it was over. And she was mighty glad when she got in her car, and Hall drove her home, and she couldn't wait to get in the bed. So that is a lot to do in one day all by yourself, Juanita. So I would always try to have someone with me to team up with to start teaching them and asking them to help me in my business. The brochures, I'm not sure what she used, but we'll ask Helen that question because she definitely will be on next week. She did not run an ad. She was recommended from another Curves, and that's how Helen has really built her business. From one Curve, she went to doing 2 to 3 curves every single week because of recommendations, and of course she does her callbacks and so forth. Gail Bogdanovich, is there anything you'd like to add to that? Everybody's on star 6. They're all good girls tonight. I have another question.